What's good, y'all? It's your boy Melly. I'm gonna welcome everybody to 2025. Hopefully we have a great, blessed, and one of our biggest years we ever had. I'm hoping, inshallah. But everyone, I hope, like I was saying, we spreading peace and positivity, prosperity all 2025. Today we're gonna be doing the top 5. That's 10. Top 5 guns of 2025 that everyone should own. We will be following this video up with a top 5 guns everyone should own advanced version of this video, because this is going to be like more so like not beginners or intermediate. It's just going to be like average shooter, not average shooters, everyone should own them, but the next top 5 is going to go into a different class of firearms. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment your thoughts and your top 5 firearms that you think everyone should own in 2025. Number 1, we're going to be starting this video off with our first choice is going to be a firearm that I think everyone should own. Even if you're not a person that's really into firearms, I think everyone should own this gun. Not even this gun, but something from this platform. That is a Glock 43X. This is from Glock's Slimline pistols. Make sure that's clear one more time. So this is a carry firearm. Straight out the box, you're going to get 10 round magazines. Real slim frame, slim slide. This barrel I think is about 3 inches. I'm not gonna go all the way deep into the specs, but I think this barrel is 3 inches. Mine's set up with a Holosun 407K, a Magwell TLR7 sub, and an Apex trigger. The reason I feel like everyone should own this, even if you're not into firearms, because you need something to protect yourself with. So 10 rounds straight out the box, 15 round magazine. Like I was saying, slim line, straight from Glock 43X. If you don't want to go with the 43X, you can go with something like a 48. Well, you can go with anything that you want to go with, but something I would recommend, Glock 48, SIG Sawyer P365. I would say Springfield Hellcat, but I don't like that firearm, but you might like it. That's just something more on the closer to the slimline pistols. So we got the Glock 43X at number 1, because you always gonna need a carry gun, and this is a carry gun that a female will like. A beginner shooter is more on the snappy side, like a Glock 26 or something of that sort. But it's so slim that you just can't go wrong with it. Give y'all guys a closer look at the Glock 43X. 15 round magazine is what I have in it. It's from Shield Arms, because I have a aluminum mag release, so these magazines run flawlessly. So yeah, everyone should own one of these. It's easy to carry, very concealable. You get decent mag capacity with the size of the firearm. Even though I think SIGs get about 17, it's still all right. It's two extra rounds, but those 2 rounds could count in certain situations. But the Glock 43X, do not sleep on it. That's at our number 1 position. Coming in at number 2, we got our Glock 45. Of course, you guys knew this was coming. The perfect handgun for a person who likes to go to the range, a person who wants to use it for duty, a person who wants to open carry, a person who wants to just have a nice sidearm when they're going in the woods, a person who want to just have some confidence when carrying a firearm, even though you should already not be conceited with the firearm, but you should, whatever gun you carrying should make you feel a little confident that you know you're gonna be able to hit shots, or you got enough rounds to make it out of wherever you're going if anything was to ever go left or anything of that sort. People know it, you guys know what I mean. But yeah, the Glock 45, it's the perfect handgun. If you ask me, it's the mix between the Glock 19 slide and the Glock 17 frame. So that kind of makes this gun perfect. But the way I have it set up with the Radiant Ramjet basically makes this gun a Glock 17. So we got a Gideon Mediator. Shout out to them boys at Gideon. Y'all want to get y'all any Gideon products, make sure I use code Melly556 right here. We have a regular OEM trigger, Radiant Ramjet. We have Ameriglow suppressor height sights, Radiant Ramjet barrel with the Radiant compensator / afterburner, Surefire X300. We don't have a double undercut on here yet. We don't have any stippling work on here yet, but when we do, Y'all know who we going to. I ain't even got to say that. SLR Bagwell, and we will be going to 1036 Customs when we're ready to get this frame done up. But to me, this is the perfect handgun. Like I was saying, for duty, concealed carry too. I carry this a lot of the time. I'm a big dude. It just feel good. This firearm, like, you just can't go wrong with getting a Glock 45. If you guys do know, the Glock 45 is basically twin brothers with the Glock 19X, but the 19X is just FDE. It doesn't have front slide serrations, and it only accepts Gen 3 magazines. It won't accept Gen 5 magazines, if I'm not mistaken. It's not the magazine specifically, it's the base plate, because Glock 19Xs have the extra polymer towards the mag well. So yeah, this is one of my favorite firearms. One of my favorite Glocks, to be specific. This is my favorite Glock. I love Glock 45s. Make sure we clear. We are clear. So our Glock 45 is at 2. Now moving on to our next one, at number 3. This thing is super light. We got our Glock 17. Glock 17 is kind of in the same category as the Glock 45. This is a full-size model for Glock. This is kind of like my most basic build, even though we have a ZEV slide up here. If you know, ZEV is not cheap. It's like one of the best slides you can go with if you're going aftermarket for Glock. Most reliable too, that I know. So we just have a double undercut on here. Overwatch Precision trigger, the ZEV sights on here, and the X300. So this, reason I say everyone must own one of these, it's a duty firearm, and it's also a nice nightstand gun. No optic on it. You won't need an optic at night if you hear somebody kicking your door down or you hear something scrambling in your house. You will not need an optic, because most likely if you close up in the house, you're going to be pointing and shooting. You're going to be so close where you could point and shoot, or you're just going to need those irons. But so we got an X300 on here. Also 20 round magazines. That's what makes this gun such a beast. 20 rounds. Glock 17, really don't got to explain. The Glock 17 is one of the most biggest Glocks known to man. The Glock 19 and the Glock 17 is the most popular Glocks. Everyone should own a Glock 17. It's kind of big, but it's not at the same time. It's light. It's lighter than my 45 because I got a red dot on my 45. I got a ramjet on my 45, so it's more weight on the end of the barrel. Now we're going to be moving over to a different platform. The Glock 17 is one gun that you must have, a dedicated full-size firearm that's dedicated to duty or bedside nightstand firearm. Let's move over to number 4. We're moving on to our PCC/PDW/close quarter combat weapon. So like everyone should have a close quarter combat weapon. This is my home defense weapon of choice, with the addition of a light, because it's 9mm. A lot of people say, personally, I would be running suppressed. I haven't used this as a home defense weapon yet because it's not suppressed, but suppressor literally should be here in a couple of days. A lot of people say they want to use 9mm suppressed for home defense because they say they want everybody to hear if they drop some, have to neutralize a threat or whatever, stop a perpetrator. Personally, I don't care who hears it. I'm gonna drop you, then I'm gonna call the police or whatever. I don't want everybody to hear it. I don't want people looking crazy. I don't want some situations you do want people looking crazy, like in public and stuff like that, but you coming in my home, I don't need everybody to hear it. The reason I picked 9mm, won't over penetrate using hollow points. Like I was saying, close quarter combat, I can bend those corners pretty fast, especially with this small package. This is a CZ Scorpion Micro 3 Plus. We have a PDW brace on here for maximum defense. We have a SIG Romeo on here, and we do switch back and forth between our SIG Romeo and our Gideon Advocate, because I'm just trying to get a feel for the Advocate on here. So until I get the feel for it, I'm just gonna stick to this. I have the 0. I don't have a problem switching them back and forth and re-zeroing them. But so yeah, right now I'm running the Romeo Pretty sure this is just a SIG Romeo. Yep, this is the one with the little tiny AAA battery. It takes one AAA battery. We have an aftermarket pistol grip. We have an aftermarket trigger on here. We just got standard 20 round magazines. That is filled with some hollow points. And we are clear. I like to give it a little shake because with chambers, with barrels, that's fixed barrels that don't move, they tend to, the round like rifles, you know, you can't just charge a AR and just expect it to be clear. You have to look in there because sometimes those rounds do want to get stuck. So yeah, I like to look in there, visually inspect it. It is clear. I'm gonna throw it on safety. But yeah, PDW. Everyone should own a PDW/PCC because it's just practical. It was a certain point in time where people did not find these practical. I find a lot of use for this, especially if I had a folding adapter on here, which I don't have one, obviously. I would use this as a car, a truck gun, like I said before, home defense. The reason I would use it for a truck gun because it's just such a small package, and I do use this as a backpack gun sometimes. I really like this platform. It's fun to shoot, has been reliable. But number 4, like I was saying, everyone should own a PCC or PDW/close quarter combat weapon because they are very practical. At number 5, last but never least, because this is one of the most important ones out of this whole list that you should have and that I didn't have for a decent amount of time, at least a quality one. At number 5, we have an AR-15. This is a 14.5. Was a pistol. Now that it's pin and welded, it's considered an AR-15 full rifle. So we have a 14.5 Daniel Defense M4A1 rifle. And this is the most important one you should have on the list next to, if I could go with anything now that after having a decent amount of time of shooting and knowing things you need and things you might not need, I would take my Glock 45 and I would take this rifle if I had to get rid of everything and just keep 2. Because I would, 14.5, you still get decent velocity. You basically, with the pin and weld, I'm basically running a 16-inch rifle, but I'm still gonna call it a 14.5 because that's what it was before it was welded. So yeah, I'm actually gonna get great velocity with the 14.5, or if I didn't go 14.5, I'll go somewhere with like a 12.5. But this is a M4A1 Daniel Defense full M4A1 upper with a Aero Precision lower with an Aero Precision lower parts kit, and we have B5 SOP mod stock on here with a Gideon Guardian LPVO. We have a MOE, I think that's Magpul vertical grip because I can run a vertical grip and a stock because I'm pin and welded. We just have a Olight on here. Whoa, y'all gonna call me whatever, but I've been using it because it worked and I didn't have to buy it and I didn't have a weapon light before. So hey, shout out to Olight for sending y'all boy out that light. If y'all need anything from Olight, make sure I use my code. So we have a YHM T2 Yankee Hill suppressor on here. This is literally just a twist on. It twists right onto your muzzle device, and the muzzle device is provided in the box when you buy the suppressor, and it's very cost efficient. It's a cheap suppressor that works very well actually. And right now I just have a I run a regular mil-spec trigger until I decide to go out and buy a Geissele, but honestly it isn't a priority right now because my mil-spec trigger works and I'm not really pressed on upgrading this gun right now because I bought it all at once and I just didn't have to. But like I was saying, number 5, this is our M4A1 14.5 Daniel Defense upper with our Aero Precision M4E1 lower. So at number 5, I would recommend everyone to have a quality rifle. You might not consider this quality, but I consider this quality. The Aero Precision lower is mid-tier. I would say a little above entry level. It works. It's a lower and it is a proven lower. Yeah, it's not a Anderson or something like that. So yeah, it's quality. So on my Charging handle, I got a Melee 556 NATO charging handle with gas blowback reduction, lightweight cuts in it. So I don't know, but it's my charging handle. So oh yeah, bolt carrier group. We have a K-Spec bolt carrier group. It's an enhanced bolt carrier group that helps push gas forward for the people who run cans that's not flow cans. It even works even better with flow cans, but a can that's not flow, it's not a flow through design, works spectacular. Make sure you guys have a quality rifle at number 5 because rifles come into play. And if anything was to ever happen, I don't want to be one of those guys that, if the world go out, this rifle will save your ass because 14.5, bro, you can get out to a pretty good distance with a 14.5/16-inch rifle. So, yeah, that's my top 5 list of guns that you must own in 2025. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and share this video to your girl or to whoever to make sure you can get some more firearms. And send it to your girl. So she'll be like, oh, honey, we need this. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you share this video. Turn on post notifications. I love all of these guns on this table. I wouldn't recommend you guys any gun on this table if it didn't work, if I didn't run it. And yeah, good message your boy on Instagram. We're going to be doing a giveaway soon when we hit 500,000 subscribers / supporters. Make sure y'all boys have a blessed year. Have a great 2025. Happy New Year's to all the people who I didn't get to say Happy New Year's to, or if y'all sent me Happy New Year's and I didn't respond, you know, it was never on purpose. But yeah, we out.